Hi everyone, welcome back to OneTouchBI. My name is Saravanan Vajravel and in today's session I will be showing you how to set up and configure customized security roles and group to separate the customer content and base content using IBM Cognos 11. I hope everyone would have seen in the production environment, two versions of content is usually maintained. The reason behind maintaining the two versions of content is the base content will always gets updated periodically, let's say once in every month. If this is getting updated once in every month with the new features, then in that case in the production environment the base content will always be getting overwritten. Now what will happen? Customers cannot wait for the base content to be frozen. They have to continuously use our base content and start creating the report. So that's why they take a copy of the base content with additional customization if at all they need for their specific requirement, and that will be kept under the customer content. So now we need to draw a clear line to separate the base content access and the customer content access. In the customer side, there will be hundreds of users who will be daily accessing IBM Cognos connection. When they access the IBM Cognos platform to create the report, we need to make it very clear that customer side users can consume our base content and start running the report, but they cannot modify the report or create any new report in the base content folder. How do we restrict these permissions? That's where the customized security roles and groups coming in picture. Let's see all of them in detail. I request you to seaten up your belt for the next 30 minutes in this tutorial. If anyone who is not subscribed my channel, request to subscribe my channel so that you get all the new videos as and when I upload in the YouTube. Here is the scope I am defining for today's tutorial. I am going to create 5 new users: super admin, customer author, customer SQL author, consumer. Super admin will have complete IBM Cognos BI server access. In other terms, we can call him as a system administrator. Customer admin will have a subset of super admin privilege, like scheduling the reports. He can view the existing data source connection, and he can view and monitor the dispatcher processes. And the third one is customer author. Customer author, the term author denotes that these are the people who can go and create the standard reports. They are not going to create the advanced report, only the standard report. They can access the report studio, query studio, analysis studio, all of them. And I have created another advanced SQL author called customer SQL author. The only difference between the customer author and SQL author is customer SQL author will have the permission to create the SQL based report. That is called UDS, user defined SQL. The rest all will be same. The last one is consumer. If any user who is not part of the above 4 roles, he will be treated as a consumer and will have the basic access to the IBM Cognos connection portal. It's clear? I would like to show you what are the default IBM Cognos licensed roles we have out of the box in the IBM Cognos 11 software. The one you see with the rectangle box, that's the one we are going to leverage, and the remaining all we will control directly using the capabilities section. Before we get into the demo, I want everyone to understand the permissions and the permitted action, because this is the one you will be seeing continuously in the upcoming videos. Read allows the user to see the properties of an entry that includes the report specification, report output, and so on. The write enables the user to modify the properties of an entry, or he can delete the entry, or he can go and create a new schedule and save the schedules. And the third one is execute. Any object you have, if you want to run those, you need to provide the execute privilege. And the fourth one is set policy. If you want to allow the users to go and modify the security settings, let's say I want to add a new user who need to have access to the existing report, or I want to disable this user to access my report. All that you can enable using the set policy. So in our tutorial, we are going to enable the set policy only for the customer admin, and the remaining all should not have access. Of course, super admin will have by default, and customer admin is the one we are going to add. Traverse. Traverse is the basic requirement for every roles we need to provide. With Traverse, you can see the children of the parent. Assume I have a folder. Inside the folder, I have further 5 folders. And below that 5 folders, I have again under each folder 5 set of reports. In order to navigate and see all of them, I need to enable the Traverse. That is the purpose of Traverse. I hope now you have the complete handy reference of what is licensed role and what are the new roles we are going to create, and what are the permissions and the permitted action. With that, let's not waste any more time here. Let's quickly jump onto my system. Launch IBM Cognos connection. By default, your IBM Cognos will be having everyone in the system administrator. That's why you see by default the admin privilege. Now we are going to change that. So first we need to create the predefined customized security roles. The 4 roles we are going to create now. Go to the people, click on accounts, and click on the Cognos namespace. Create a new folder, name it as customer roles. Under the customer role, create the 4 new roles. The first one is super admin, second customer admin, third customer author, fourth customer SQL author. Now we need to associate the users for each roles we created. Click on the Eclipse More, go to the View Members. Under Members, select the user. We have configured LDAP namespace called ADS. From that ADS namespace, we are going to add the user to all the roles. Under ADS, I have customer admin user code created. Choose that, click add. The moment you add, you can see that the user is added here. Similarly, you add the remaining roles. Go to the members, select ADS and add customer author. And customer SQL author, choose ADS. I have SQL author, add. And now we are going to add super admin. Under view members, select ADS, add the admin. Now we have done all the prerequisite setup for the customer roles. The next step is to remove everyone from system admin and add the super admin from the roles what we created. Go to the view members. First you add the newly created role. Under Cognos, under customer roles, there is a super admin. Choose add it and remove everyone now. I want to show the entire demo one after another that how the Cognos connection UI is changing based on the privilege you added. Now we have clearly added only system administrator with super admin and the remaining all users are not configured. Okay. Make sure in the team content at the properties level you have by default everyone. Now we need to change because we have just added only the super admin. So everyone should not see. I'm going to remove this, add the new role from Cognos, customer roles, add the super admin. So only super admin can see the entire team content folder. Apply to all children with read access. Okay. Now I will log out and log in with any other users who are part of either customer admin, author, SQL author. I'm going to log in with customer admin. Now you see that the manage option has disappeared because he is not a system admin. He is just like a normal user as of now. That's why you don't see any options over here. Now you click on team content. Again, you don't see any content because at the team content level, we have given permission only for super user to see the details. Okay. Let's log out and add back the remaining settings. Go back to the ADS, log in with admin, sign in. The first and foremost we need to enable is go to the team content. At the team content properties, go to the permission tab. As a super admin, you should give him the complete write privilege at the team content level. He can create any folder in the team content. Let's give the full access. If you want to know what is that full access having the permission, click on the full hyperlink. You will see that read, write, execute, traverse and set policy. You know the set policy purpose. With that you can add any new user to the existing report to access or drop the user. All you can do with set policy. Okay. Now I will quickly show you how these are going to change. If I uncheck set policy, that is make it default, come over here, it will change it to the right. If I uncheck read, that is keeping read default and write default, come over here, you will see custom. So in the drop down by default you have read. The read is nothing but read and traverse. The run is nothing but read, execute and traverse. And write is nothing but read, write, execute and traverse. So now you know the purpose of the permission and how it is going to change based on the predefined drop down selection. So what you need, you can just enable it. Okay. So what I need to do over here is at any given time, super admin should have the complete access and the remaining users I'm going to add now. From the Cognos namespace, add from the customer roles. If you want to select more than one, hold the control key, customer admin, customer author and customer SQL author. Choose 3 of them and click add. And anyone who is not part of these 4 roles, he should be a consumer. So let's add the consumer also. Go one level back here and from the Cognos default namespace, add consumer. If you scroll down, you will have a predefined licensed user role. Choose that, add it. Okay. Now can you guys tell me, the very first I mentioned all the consumers, customer admin, customer author and customer SQL author at the team content level, they can just see the existing content, but they cannot go and write the content or create the new report in the team content folder. In the root folder, they cannot do anything. So I should make sure everyone is having a read access. They can only see the content. They cannot write the content except system admin. Apply to all children. Click apply. And now at the team content level, click on the capabilities. Click set. Now we are going to add the remaining 4 users. Under Cognos, I have a customer role. Choose the 3 roles because super admin by default is a system administrator. We don't need to explicitly mention. But for the remaining 4 we need to do. So 3 roles are over here. Add them. Click OK. And the 4th one, consumer and everyone both are same. So I'm not adding consumer explicitly over here. So now let's add the control. Choose those 3 roles. The set of common roles we can apply at one shot. Grant all. Now I'm going to do one after another to further customization. As a customer admin, you should have complete access on all of the capabilities. So I'm going to retain as it is. Moving on to the customer author, I should not grant him the administration privileges. So I'm going to uncheck this. I will make sure the remaining capabilities are allowed for the customer author. We are all good over here. Almost everything is required for the customer author. But can you see one thing? I mentioned customer SQL author is an advanced author who should be allowed to perform any SQL based report or create the SQL based report. So as you see under report studio, there is user defined SQL. This one should be unchecked for the customer author. That's the one difference we are going to make between customer author and SQL author. Now you click on the customer SQL author. We are not going to provide any of these features, but we are going to ensure user defined SQL is checked. Now you see between customer author and customer SQL author, it is almost same features except the user defined SQL. We are good. We are done the first setup. Now let's quickly check with customer admin whether I'm able to see the team content folder or not. Let's confirm that. Log out, log in back with custom admin. We are not enabled the administration privilege. We will come to that later. Now you go to the team content. I'm able to see. Okay, we are achieved. Is that enough? Let's quickly check under customer content. I should able to create a new folder or I'm able to run the report because we are not done those settings yet. So get inside the customer content because at parent level I have enabled only the read access. So let me try to run the SQL report. It is saying that you don't have access to execute this report. It is expected. And let me try to create a folder. Can you see this plus icon? Create the folder. And it says that you don't have permission to create the folder. Yes, that's again expected because it's read only. Okay. Now what we are going to do, we will log out and log in with admin. Now we will add the remaining privileges like read, execute, and run the reports. Okay, based on the roles. Let's do that right away. Go to the team content. Click on the team content set properties. Make sure you have all of them in the root level with read access. We are not going to do any change over here. Now you click on the base content, the 3 dots. Go to the properties, click on the permission tab, select override parent permission. Whatever you have defined in the team content level that has been inherited, which we need to now customize it. So now we are in the base content. Base content is something which is getting periodic update once in a month. So we should not allow the customers to access this and write their data. They can read and consume their data. So what I'm going to do, I will make sure base content will have run access for everyone except super admin. Make sure run is provided. And super admin will have the full access. What does run indicates? Run will have read, execute and traverse. But he cannot write anything inside the base content. We are good. Apply to all children. So what will happen now inside the base content, whatever folders and reports you have, this permission will be applied across the folder. Apply. We are good. Now you move on to that customer content and let's customize that also. Click on the properties, go to the permission tab, override the parent permission. Now you tell me what permission I should enable for customer content. Customer content will have customer oriented data. Obviously customer admin should have the complete privilege. So customer admin will have full access. And the remaining people, consumers, he cannot go and create the report, but he can able to run the report. So run. Customer author should have access to run the report and write the report. That means he can create the new report. So make sure you're giving right access for author, and obviously customer SQL author will have the right privilege. And super admin don't have any job over here, but he can able to run the report. So give him the run access. Apply this setting to all the children. Samples is something which is available in the team content, the root folder, and it is common to everyone. So let's control this also. Go to the permission, enable override. Everyone except the super admin will have the run access. Enable the run, because these are the customer facing people. We should grant only the run access. Admin can do any change in the samples because admin belongs to the entire team content and sample is part of the base content. That's why super admin is grabbing the complete access privilege. Apply this setting to all the children. Now we have done the basic setup. So what we do now, let's log out, log in with customer admin. Go to the team content, go to the customer content, go to the audit report. I have a SQL based report. As a customer admin, I should able to run the SQL based report. Let's test that. User defined SQL is still not permitted. Okay, it's good. So let's do that change. Log out, log in with admin. Whatever settings we did now, it's at the team content folder level, but we haven't done any change at the capability side. That is the one we are going to do now. Go to the manage, click on people, click on the capabilities. What we need to do now, we need to enable all these 4 roles to the report studio that they should able to run the report. So choose the capabilities. Once again I repeat, go to the manage, under people, capabilities, scroll down and locate report studio. Before we do at the child level, make sure at the report studio level we are going to customize access. Right now we don't have any of the roles what we created getting added here. Let's add them. Choose the Cognos namespace, that's where we created the role. Choose all the newly created role except super admin. because super admin, as I said, we don't need to explicitly define the permission. After you add them, you need to make sure all these three people, customer administration, customer author and SQL author, should have the right privilege on the report studio. So what I'm going to do, I will choose custom, grant read, write, execute and traverse. And similarly for custom, read, write, execute, traverse, and similarly for SQL author. Once you provided this setting, make sure you are applying the setting to all the children's. Apply it. And one setting we need to do at the child level that is different from the other role is the customer author. Make sure the override parent access is chosen for the user defined SQL. The customer author is a normal developer, is not an advanced developer. So for him, we should not grant user defined SQL to be allowed to execute. That's the one change we are going to make. The rest all okay. We are good. Log out. Log in with any of the user. Let's go with custom admin. As a custom admin, I should be able to run the user defined SQL report. Let's run the report. Yes, I'm able to run the report. Close it. Check that you are able to edit the report. Yes, you are allowed to edit. Same, I can do a quick check for SQL author also. With the SQL author, I'm logging in. I will locate the report under customer content audit report. I should be able to run the report. Yes. I should be able to see that edit report. Yes. Customer admin is able to run and SQL author is able to run. As a customer author, you should not grant access to run the user defined SQL report. We have already done that settings. Let's check that. I'm going to log in with custom author. I will try to run that SQL based report. What is your guess? Is that supposed to run or throw the error? It is supposed to throw the error because we have done this setting in the report studio capability that user defined SQL is not allowed. Last one change is required. Let's do that also. As a customer admin, let me log in with the customer admin. The requirement is very clear. As a customer admin, you should be able to manage the schedules and see the data source connection, and you should be able to import the visualization extensions like in administration you will find the library administration. All that I should enable. It is not visible here. How do I enable it? Let's do that. Log in with admin. Go to manage people. Now you get into the capabilities. Under capabilities, you have administration. So we are going to enable custom admin as part of the administration. So at very first, at the parent level, click on that more, the three dots. Go to customize access. You don't have the default custom admin as part of this group. Let's add it. Can you see the plus icon? Add member. Choose the custom admin from the customer roles folder. Here is the custom admin role. I'm going to add. Once I add it, it will go and reside in the bottom of the screen. Make sure you are granted access as chosen. You should be able to read and you should be able to write, execute, traverse, and set policy. All the permissions we are granting for the customer admin. so that you will have the complete admin access. Okay, so don't apply to all the children, because at the child level I want to limit certain features for the customer admin, because he is supposed to share the subset of the super admin privilege. The moment I apply all children, what will happen? You will get exact same as the system admin privilege. So I don't want to provide that, so I'm not going to apply to all children. So I did this setting at the parent level. Now you expand the administration. Now we are going to enable administration task. Customize access. Make sure you have done an override and add the customer admin. So customer admin is already there. Make sure you have given him, because as part of administration I have enabled all access, so it is fine. And the second setting I want to enable is data source connection. I want to enable data source access granted for customer admin. As you see here, under data source connection, customer admin is not there. So let me first show you. Right now I have enabled customer admin as part of the administration task. So you should be able to see the manage and few limited option. After that I'll add one after another, so that you will know how exactly this is simulated. Now log out from admin, log in with custom admin. Now you can see the manage is enabled. That's exactly we did. Now you click on administration console. In the administration console, now you can see status tab and configuration tab. Under configuration, the data source connection is not enabled, because I have not enabled. I just suspended and came here to show you how it is actually working. Okay, let me add the data source part and other system level dispatcher monitoring. The dispatcher monitoring also not enabled. The system should be enabled over here. I will do that right away. Log out from admin window, log in with admin privileges, that is super admin. Now you click on manage, people, capabilities. Under administration, we need to enable data source connection. 3 dots, go to that properties and then click access, and make sure you added custom admin from the Cognos namespace. Add that customer admin role, the one we created, and go to the bottom and make sure you have enabled all the privilege except set policy. Okay, now we enable data source connection for the custom admin. So what is that next one we need to enable is enable the run activity and schedules. Let's do that. Either you can go on properties and go to the access tab, or directly you can click as customize access. And now you enable the override setting and add Cognos, customer role, and custom admin. These are our prerequisite for our demo, that we need to enable customer admin to monitor the dispatcher and schedule the reports and remove the scheduled reports. All that scheduler management activity should be enabled. So that's the one we are doing now. Scheduler management related, you can go to the run activity and enable the access. So what we add? Yeah, we have added all of the access. Uncheck set policy, it's not required, and the remaining all is required. We are good. And the next, I said dispatcher level, we have to enable the control. There is a property called configure and manage the system. Click on the 3 dots, go to customize access, add customer admin role, go to the bottom and make sure you have granted access. Read, write, execute and traverse. We are good. Okay, so we have done all the required settings enabled. Let's log out, log in back with custom admin. Go to manage administration console. Now you can see under status, I can see the system tab enabled. Now I can go and monitor all my dispatcher related information. Under configuration, you can see the dispatcher and services enabled. I can see the dispatcher which is running in my system. Now we are left with few more settings. Library, we should enable it over here. That's where that external customization of visualization extensions can be added. Let's do that quickly. Log out from custom admin, log in back with admin. Click on manage, go to people, capabilities. Under administration, there are two properties which we have not enabled. Manage visualization. Let's enable that. Go to the customize access. Make sure your custom admin is added. If not added, add the member, custom admin, and grant him the access. Read, write, execute, traverse. We are good. And when you point the cursor somewhere else, it is getting applied the changes. Now we did for the manage visualization, and the other one is styles and portlets. Make sure you add the user custom admin over here also. Go to the customize access, add the custom admin role, and grant the same privilege. Because he is admin, read, write, execute, traverse should be given. All good. Is that setting is enough? Let's check that. Sign out, sign in back with custom admin. Go to manage administration console. Yes, you can see the library. But I will just spot one thing which we need to further enable by using the license role. Click on the library. Now in the library, if you see in the right side, there is a cross mark available. The cross mark is allowing you to remove the existing any D3 visualization which you imported or external visualization that you imported. You can remove them, but you can't import the new visualization. In order to enable that, we need to use the licensed role called library administrator, and let's see how that works. Let's log out from here. Log in back with admin credential. Go to manage people, under accounts, default namespace Cognos, locate library administrator, add the member, then newly created admin role, that is customer admin role. Choose that, add it. Once you are added, what will happen? It will bring the additional few information which we need to disable. Now you go back one level up and go back parent. Under people, now you go to the default capabilities. Under administration, make sure, because library administrator is part of user groups and roles, we should not expose user group roles for customer admin. It should be primarily with system admin, that is super admin. Go to the customize access. Let the library admin sit over here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a new customized role that we created. choose that custom admin and make sure you have denied the access. All should be denied. And one more that it's getting added is mobile administration. If we don't want to show the mobile administration for customer admin, you make sure you deny this again. So let's deny the mobile administration also. Go to the customize access, add the customer admin role. So go to the custom and deny all of them. We are good. Now let's log out and log in back with custom admin. Now you click on manage administration console. Now you see status, security, configuration, library. Under security, the capability section is enabled. Let's remove that. We didn't remove the capability. We just removed only the user groups. It's a good trial and error so that you will come to know. If in case you missed, just see this video. What and all mistake you did, you can go back and diagnose it. We'll make sure the library is having the import visualization button. Can you see the button here? Import visualization. It is enabled. Now we need to disable the security tab. Let's do that. Log out, log in back with admin, go to manage, people, capabilities. Under administration, can you see set capabilities and UI profiles? We have disabled over here, but we didn't disable here. Let's disable it. Click on customize access. Add the role if custom admin is not there. Add from the customer roles folder, custom admin, then deny all of them. We are good. Sign out, sign in back with custom admin. Click on manage. Click on administration console. Now you see security tab is removed. We are all good, and I will make sure with the custom admin I'm able to run the SQL based report with all this setting. It should not be screwed. Just click on the SQL based report. It's running. I'm good. So what I'm going to do, I will log out, log in back with admin privilege. One last thing I want to demonstrate that how set profile is playing a role. Okay. So let me make sure at the team content level, I have granted access for everyone to read. We are good. At the customer content level, click on the three dots, go to the properties and permission, see that customer admin is granted with full. Now I will change this to right. I'm not granting the set policy option. Okay. Apply to all children. Now I sign out and sign in with custom admin. Go to the team content, customer content, audit report, and click on the three dots. Go to the properties. You don't find the permission tab just because the set policy is disabled. But you should be able to run report everything, but you cannot assign this report to somebody else or bring a new user and assign to this report. So let me bring it back. Sign out from custom admin, sign in back with admin. Click on team content, and right next to that customer content, three dots, go to the properties, permission, enable customer admin with set policy option. This makes it a full access. Apply to all children, click apply. Now you click sign out, sign in back with custom admin, go to the team content. Now we enabled at the folder level customer content, the customer admin privileges. You can't get at the team content level. So get inside the customer content, get inside further. Now you click anywhere on the dots, you will see the permission tab. With this, I can override the parent permission, add new user, remove the existing user, all I can do over here. Okay. So the one last scenario we are not checked out is with the consumer role, are we able to run the report, and is that consumer is having a right option for the report studio or not. Okay. So right now we are in the custom admin, sign out and sign in with consumer role. I haven't assigned this role to any of the predefined role. So you'll be treated as a consumer. With the consumer access, you see that I have all access because I'm not denied anything. Get inside this and run the report. You should be able to run the report. See here, is not able to run the report. As a consumer, you don't have access to run the report. There is something wrong. We need to fix it. And second, we need to see, is that consumer is allowed to edit report? No. We are good. So let's enable consumer to run the report. Log in back with admin credential. Let's have a quick check whether consumer role has enough privilege to run the report. The first check I want to do is at the team content level, make sure consumer is having the read permission because he cannot write in the root folder. We are good. At the subfolder level, ensure consumers are allowed to run. Here again we are good. As well as in the base content, let's do a quick check. Is given again the run option, we are again good. So where is the problem? Any guesses? We haven't enabled consumer role for accessing the report studio at the capability section. That's why the consumer is not allowed to run the report. Let's fix that problem. Go to manage, click on people, choose capabilities, scroll down, locate the report studio, expand it. At the report studio parent level, customize the access. You don't have consumer over here. Let's add the consumer. Click on the plus mark, choose Cognos, scroll down, choose the consumer, click add. Make sure consumer will have only the access privilege. That means he can read and he can traverse. He cannot execute. By default, if you enable execute, he is allowed to save the report. So let's not give that option for consumer. Make sure execute and write is unchecked at the parent level. We are good. Apply to all the children. I will let you know what changes you need to do after that. Let's go to the user defined SQL part. Click on customize access. Make sure at the parent level consumer has got only the read and traverse, but user defined SQL he should able to run. Please grant the execute option for consumer. And the one which we need to revert the setting is customer author should not have execute option. Let's uncheck. That's all the settings required for consumer to run the report. We have done all the changes. Log out from admin. Log in back with consumer. Let's quickly run the report with the test SQL. Under customer content audit report, I will run that report. Yes, I'm able to run. I'm good. Let's quickly check. I should not have edit option. I don't have edit option. That's good. I knew that I have taken a lot of time. So one last scenario which I want to bring up. With the author privilege, I should able to save the dashboard and run the dashboard. But consumer should not be allowed to save the dashboard, but he can run the dashboard. Okay, this is the pre-check which we are going to do now, and this will be the last exercise as part of this managing security roles. In order to implement that, let's quickly log out from consumer and log in back with admin access. Go to manage. Under people capabilities, expand dashboard, click on the 3-dot parent level for dashboard, customize access, make sure custom author, custom SQL author, these are the authoring people, should have privilege for read, write, execute and traverse. Same is applicable for SQL author. We are good. Everyone and consumer both are same. So everyone, I should limit him to only access the dashboard. So what does access mean? You should be able to execute and traverse. We are good. Make sure you're not granting access for everyone the edit option. So let's check at the child level, customize access. Make sure everyone, you're not granting read, write, execute, traverse. You should explicitly deny that. That's all. Let me log out. Log in back with consumer. Let me quickly check. Open up the dashboard. I'm able to run the dashboard, and as you see, I don't see the option for save. Just for the demonstration purpose, for everyone, I'm going to bring back save option and then I will remove the save option. Okay. So that you will know what change you need to do. Log out. Log in with admin. Go to manage, people, capabilities, expand, dashboard, enable the create edit option, grant for everyone, execute and traverse. The remaining things on the deny side I unchecked. I am good. Let me go back with sign out. Log in with consumer. Now you open the dashboard. Now you can see that the save icon is enabled. Let me quickly revert back. Sign out. Log in with admin. Go to manage, people, capabilities. Under dashboard child level, create delete, you have to disable for everyone. Go to custom, explicitly deny the execute option and traverse option and write and deny. That's all. Let's quickly go and check out. Log in with consumer role. Open up the dashboard. You see that the save icon is disappeared. With that, I'm going to end the session until I come back with another interesting video. It is Saravanan Vajravel signing off from OneTouchBI. Have a good day.